the Carolina Panthers had to make major changes this offseason.
Subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss any video from my channel.
Yo! Welcome to LCameraTV. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share cool things like Facebook and Reddit and Instagram and wherever else. And guys, don't forget to hit the bell notification, man. Hit the bell icon so you never miss a video. I upload randomly, so don't want you guys to miss out. When you see the squiggly lines, you know you've been notified. And guys, there's some things that gotta happen, man. This Panthers season basically imploded on us. So I'm gonna give you guys the 5 things that the Carolina Panthers must do this offseason to salvage next season. And hopefully they do it right and we can have a positive next year, but we'll see how this happens. But I'm just giving you the 5 things that must happen. The first thing the Carolina Panthers must do is fire Marty Hurney. Now, I've been on this fire Marty Hurney train for a while now. And at first, you know, I was saying fire him. Then I thought he did a pretty good job, so I gave him his props. But then at the end of the season, we see that the things that he did that we thought were good moves were actually horrible moves. The Ontari Poe did not pan out whatsoever. Ross Cockrell got injured. Norris Cersei was, you know, not really productive when he was on the field and then got injured. You know what I'm saying? They signed Eric Reid after the fact when they should have signed Eric Reid from the very beginning. You know what I'm saying? They didn't make any trades when we could have, you know, still salvaged our season in, you know what I'm saying, in the middle of the season because they didn't want to improve the team still and they didn't want to lose pieces, whatever it was. So there was a lot of things that he could have did as a general manager to help our team either salvage the season last year or just in general have a good season in general from, you know, signing players in free agency. His free agency players were a bust. I mean, don't worry, DJ Moore is a good draft pick and Dante Jackson is a good draft pick. And I think Ian Thomas is a good draft pick. But other than that, you know, you got, you know, Rashard Golden, who didn't get play at all. You know, Pee Wee Carter and, you know, Andre Smith and that Norton guy. All these guys that we got, we didn't really see them in action at all. So, for me, yeah, you know what I'm saying, he had 3 good draft picks. You know what I'm saying, that's great. But free agency matters, especially in this offseason. We definitely need our free agency moves to be really good. And plus, he could have got rid of Matt Khalil and found somebody to take on his horrible contract just to better our financial situation. But he didn't do that either. So, from what I'm seeing, he has not lived up to the billing. I feel like he just got a job because he was Jerry Richardson's friend, and Jerry Richardson wanted to give him a job before he lost the company, so or the team, whatever. So I ain't gonna lie, I think he should be out the door. Ron Rivera stays, he's gone. That's in my opinion. The second thing they need to do is find a new defensive coordinator. All right, Eric Washington is not cutting the mustard. He is not living up to the billing. Now, don't get me wrong, Ron Rivera is very good at, you know, promoting his guys from within, and they panning out and getting a head coaching job. I.e. Sean McDermott, Steve Wilkes, even though Steve Wilkes got fired. But Eric Washington, you know what I'm saying, I guess third time's not the charm because he's not, you know, he's not it. He's just not it. You know what I'm saying? Ron Rivera stripped him of his coaching or his coordinator duties in the middle of the season. So that just tells you what you need to know. He is not a good defensive coordinator. Now, mind you, Steve Wilkes got fired from the Arizona Cardinals. He could be available. And even if we don't get Steve Wilkes, we got to find somebody, man, because our defense can be good again. You know what I'm saying? When Ron Rivera was coaching them, our defense played a lot better than when they were getting coached under Eric Washington. So I definitely think they have the potential to be back to being a top defense. It just, you need the right coordinator and you need some, you know, some fine-tuning on the defense. So definitely we need to find a new defensive coordinator because Ron Rivera can't be calling defense, you know what I'm saying, the whole time. Mind you, he has a team to run. You know, so he had a lot of things going on, especially this offseason because there's a lot of moving parts, a lot of veterans retiring, stuff like that, whatever. You need to be able to put somebody in place and be like, they got the defense, he got the offense. Because North Turner, I think his offense, you know, no matter, you know, we didn't do that great towards the end, I think his offense is pretty good. Christian McCaffrey looked like a, you know, a star player. Cam Newton, I think, was doing pretty good until he hurt his shoulder. You know what I'm saying? So I think North Turner's offense is good. I think we just need a new defensive coordinator, or maybe an old one in Steve Wilkes, that could, you know, revitalize the defense and bring it back to the way it was. You know, not even a few years ago, like maybe last year. Last year we had like 55 sacks, you know what I'm saying, played pretty well. So, you know what I'm saying, but, you know, a few years ago we was even better. But just in general, bring our defense to our top notch, you know what I'm saying, to the level we know we can play at. And hopefully, you know what I'm saying, we do that this offseason. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, we won't give Eric Washington another opportunity and he suck it up next season. That's just me being honest. So hopefully Steve Wilkes can come back in the fold, and if we don't get Steve Wilkes, look at one of the Ryan brothers. You know what I'm saying? Look at some other guys. I don't know, but figure out a coordinator for the defense, because you cannot have Ron Rivera calling defensive plays. He was a great defensive coordinator when he was, But right now he's a head coach and he needs to focus on head coaching things. That's just my opinion. Thirdly, find a way to move Matt Kalil. Matt Kalil needs to be traded. I don't know how you're going to do it. I don't know. When you get a new GM, have him figure it out. But you got to move this guy. And the reason why I say that is one. First year, he sucked it up. He absolutely sucked it up. Played like trash. And said, oh man, I'm still hurt. Even though in the whole offseason, he was like, I'm good, I'm fine, I'm good. So obviously, either he was lying in the offseason or he was lying during the season. I'm going to be honest with you, I think he was good in the offseason. And he played, you realize my hip, you know what I'm saying, I'm still trash or whatever. So I'm blaming on my hip. That's how I feel about it. So that whole year goes by. This year comes in, and he's been injured for basically the whole year. Well, actually, yeah, basically the whole year. You know what I'm saying? So that's 2 years of getting paid, which he did absolutely nothing for us. 1 year he sucked it up. Next year he was injured the whole year. And this year he said, oh, I'm going to be good now. My hips are good now. Lies. Now he's preparing for 2019, which I don't want him to do. Find some lonely sucker that needs a tackle, even if it's a backup, and get a 7th rounder for him. I don't know. Have somebody who will deal with him for 1 year and be able to cut him after this next year. But you got to find a way to get him off your books. Because, one, you know, Darrell Williams' contract is coming up. And we need Darrell Williams. Even if you haven't played right tackle or left tackle, which he could probably play, you know, I know you can play right tackle. I think he can play left tackle too. Even if you haven't played left tackle or whatever, you could pay him less money because he was injured this year too. But you know he was at an all-pro level when he was healthy. Pay him, get him on a cheap deal, make him either left tackle or the right tackle, and move him to the left, or move him to the left, whichever you want to do. But find a way to get Matt Kalil out of there. You also have to address the center position, which, you know, I think Tyler Larsen is a good, you know, center. You know what I'm saying? I think Greg Van Roten played pretty well, you know what I'm saying, at left guard, because the run game was pretty good. But we need, you know what I'm saying, we need somebody to be able to stabilize that O-line, because Ryan Kalil is also retiring, and he was that stabilizing force in the center position. So we need somebody either, you know what I'm saying, a veteran on the outside that can, you know, hold it down. You know, Trey Turner's a good right guard, but we need somebody who's going to have a voice, who's going to be like, hey, this is the play, this is what we're going to do. This is, you know, you got to run that O-line, because Ryan Kalil had that position. And now that we're in flux and he's going to be retiring, we got to find somebody else. So we lost Jordan Gross and we lost Ryan Kalil. So now we have to find somebody else to fill in that role. So we have a lot of O-line depth that we need to fill, holes that need to be fixed, and hopefully we can get that, you know, settled this offseason, because this has been haunting us for years now and we still haven't fixed it. The fourth thing we need to do is retool the defense. Now I mean retool it completely. Like I said, got a lot of veterans leaving. Mike Allen's probably retires. Thomas Davis, I don't know. Thomas Davis seems like he still want to play. I don't know about that, but we'll see how that plays out. Shaq Thompson's going to be a free agent. All this stuff, or I think he got a 5th-year option or whatever coming up. But all this stuff is going on. So we got to figure out a way to retool this defense. You need, you know what I'm saying, first of all, sign Eric Reed to a long-term deal. Find a way to get rid of Dorian Cersei's deal, like I said, because that was a waste of money. You know what I'm saying? The Ross Cockrell situation. Maybe he's back next year and healthy and plays well. Who knows? But, you know, he's there. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you want to get rid of him. Nah, I think he's not bad. So I wouldn't be mad if we had more cornerback depth, whatever. But he's there. But, you know, Mike Adams is gone. Get another safety. I don't know if you're going to do it in the draft. I don't know if you're going to go after Lando Collins or Earl Thomas or one of these guys that are free agents. Who knows? Pass rush. You need some pass rushers. Julius Peppers is out the door, and Mario Addison is old. You know what I'm saying? He's like 31 right now. Get some pass rushers that we can have for years on end. You know what I'm saying? Stop putting Band-Aids on the defense or just on places in general and expecting it to pan out. Don't get me wrong. We like veterans. Just like I like veterans just as much as the next guy. I like veterans. But at some point, you need young guys that are going to learn and be a staple in your defense for years to come. That's what Luke was when we got him. You know what I'm saying? Shaq, I thought was going to do that. You know what I'm saying? Shaq is playing pretty good. I'm not going to lie. You know what I'm saying? K'Wan Short. There's a few players that we invested in, but we never invested in the back end, and we never invested in pass rushers. And that's what we need. That's what we've been lacking. We went from 55 sacks last year to like 35 this year. Horrible production. We lost 20% of our sacks, or 20 sacks in general. You know what I'm saying? And that's not good. So we need to go out and get some pass rushers, get a safety, you know what I'm saying? Get some cornerback depth. And, you know, get rid of Captain Munnerlyn. Let him go, because he's not living up to it either. Let him walk, man. Figure out, like, stop getting these veterans that are not playing well, man. You know what I'm saying? Stop thinking you're going to fix them. Stop thinking the system is what they're good at. Stop it. Because we got, you know, Mike Adams and we got Captain Munlin. And Captain Munlin hasn't been playing good. And Mike Adams looks too old and slow to still be playing safety. So figure it out. Retool the defense, whether it's free agency or the draft. Figure it out. And last but not least, this might be the most important. I'm pretty sure this is the most important. Figure out what's going on with Cam Newton's shoulder. Alright? I don't want another season blown by because of shoulder injury. Now, mind you, you know, it's the season before last, I guess, you know, technically because our season's over. But, you know, last season, whatever, you know what I'm saying, we went 11-5. Cam was coming off with shoulder injury. But he played, you know, we had a winning record, and we could have, you know, beat the Saints in the playoffs if it was for, you know, a few bad drops by Caden Clay and Devin Funchess, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Also, you know what I'm saying, he basically played pretty well, you know what I'm saying, in last year. This year, he played pretty well in the beginning, too, but he hasn't been throwing deep balls. Now, mind you, there was, you know, Panthers organization was like, don't worry about it. You know, we still have explosive plays, all that stuff. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't see it. And I needed Cam to throw the ball deep downfield because, like I said, Curtis Samuel's a speedster. I think he can, you know, be a vertical threat for us. But since Cam don't have the strength, whatever in his arm, for some reason, he wasn't throwing downfield. Then he gets hit by T.J. Watt, has more issues. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what that situation is. Figure out what it is. Figure out if, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be permanent damage or anything like that. Now, mind you, find out who Drew Brees went to, because Drew Brees had a shoulder situation. He went to a doctor. He got that jump fixed, and they were saying that jump was not supposed to get fixed. So find out who Drew Brees went to. Go to that same doctor. Get him to come in and work on Cam's shoulder, because Cam's shoulder should not be an issue any longer. Secondly, Devin Funchess. Get rid of that guy, because like I said, he is not producing. Get rid of all these guys that are not producing. Do not bring back these guys that are not producing. I would rather us get a receiver from the 3rd round or something like that, or 4th round. That's a bigger receiver, but you know what I'm saying, it's just better, because this dude right here, the drops is crazy. Now, mind you, it was you know, obviously a weird thing to try to convert a tight end to a receiver anyways, but, you know, they did it. He played well a few times, but, you know what I'm saying, this season he looked like he just checked out. You know, since the Detroit game, he's been checked out. So, for me, get rid of him, figure out what's going on with Cam Newton's shoulder, and fix it, because this should not be happening. It's been, I think he got a shoulder surgery like, you know, maybe 2 years ago or whatever. This should not be happening anymore. He should be past this, and we're still talking about his shoulder now. Figure it out, fix it, and I don't want to hear about this thing again. Well, that's it for me, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share cool things like Facebook and Reddit and Instagram and wherever else. And guys, get in the comment section, man. Tell me the 5 things you think the Panthers should do in this offseason. You know what I'm saying? If you like my list, let me know in the comment section. If you don't, let me know in the comment section, and put up your own 5, man, because I think these are the most crucial things the Panthers need to do. And if they do this, they'll have a successful season next year. If they don't, they're going to be back where they're at now, out of the playoffs. Alright, so check out the LCameraTV apparel, shirts, hats, and mugs, all types of cool stuff. Link is in the description below. Check out the Patreon page. That link is also in the description below. Show love to the Patreon page, man. You know what I'm saying? Exclusive content, blooper reels, shout outs, all kinds of cool stuff. Thank y'all for everybody, like I said, who you know, caught some LCameraTV gear. Don't forget, you know what I'm saying, Valentine's Day is coming up. You know what I'm saying? All these holidays coming up. Cop some LCameraTV gear. Give it to the girl you like, whatever. Tell her, hey, man, LCameraTV is a dope dude, because y'all know I am. And show them some love, man. Share with our Panther family, friends, my Panther related, my football related. Thank y'all for always sticking with me, showing love, man. Thank y'all for, you know, always rocking with me. I haven't forgot about y'all. Like I said, I got a lot of things, you know, in the works right now, trying to get things together. So I haven't been posting as much, but definitely stay tuned. I will be doing some more NFL news. I think I'm going to do a wild card video. You know, so talking about the wild card matchup and who I think is going to win. So definitely tune in for that, man. And thank y'all for showing love. Like I said, peace.